get a recording right. So this is one of the and the best thing that this is the best thing that we are having it. So there are terms whenever you see IoT devices, your mind should directly convert to Internet of Things. Remember that, okay? There are a lot of even IT folks that they don't have any idea of Internet of Things, and that's not a good sign, okay? So if you're having if you're learning from your very best, man, that's a very good thing for you, okay? That's super smart. So we have done through clouds, you can say kind of foundation. We have the networking foundation. We have the system administration foundation. So the list goes on. These are the domains that you can select, okay? What you have like more than 18 to 20 domains just in information technology, okay? So remember, you have a lot of domains over here, okay? So just prepare your mindset that, okay, let me just go to this and explore this, and I can do the certification and all the stuff. One of the most important thing is to be certified, okay? Always be digitally certified. That's what makes you different from others, okay? We have digital assistants, obviously. This is a computing concept that describes the network of everyday physical devices, okay? Refrigerators, thermostats, street lights, environmental tracking systems, and obviously they communicate with the internet, okay? So like, for example, if you have like a small river, okay, and you want to see the temperature of that water, or you may be within the weather system of the country with your province, with your city, district, and all that stuff. So you can easily have a configuration of IoT water sensors. That is one of the example of IoT device. You can have the sensors for the weather change. You can have the sensors for your home, for your fan, for your lights within your home. You can control that. Okay, that's one of the best things. Through your cell phone, they just install a basic software for that, and wherever you are, you can just enter to that. You can say that software, and you can easily modify that. Okay, you can do the changes you want, anything you just want, Internet of Things. This is how they are designed. Okay, so always remember. Okay, digital assistant software found on almost every computer or smart device that makes a variety of tasks easier, especially by allowing you control to your device with just your voice, okay? Digital assistants are like Apple Series, Microsoft Cortana, Amazon Alexa, and you also have Google Assistant, digital assistant, okay? So these are the things that people don't have time, okay? They cannot type, hey, I just want to go to my superstore, or you can say, and I just have to go over there and I just have to buy a good, you can say, let's suppose you can say an IoT device. That's too long, right? You don't have that much time. So the best thing they have created, you just have to open, you can just say these words through digital assistant, and they can show up the results. How cool is that? They have even gone from text to speech level, okay? We call it text to speech. So you can easily, like, you can just speak and they'll understand what actually you want. You can just say, hey, I just want the best restaurant in my city near me. So you just have to turn on your GPS global positioning system, and obviously they'll catch up all those areas and they'll show you the best restaurant near you. You can also see your best educational institutes. You can have your best, you can say, supermarkets. And these are the things actually that you have to consider. Okay, you have to use the full potential of these digital devices. That's just for you people. Okay, and make sure you're not influenced by these companies. Okay, so whenever you speak, obviously they get the data. But okay, let's suppose that Baron, for example, want to buy Nike shoes, right? So if he speak that, and obviously that data will be shared, and he will be just seeing those ads and on the cell phone, on the laptop that's logged in by him. So this is one thing that you should always consider. Never ever be influenced by digital ads. Okay, so the things you're more creative, you're more than, you can say, intelligent than those AI robots. Okay, remember that. AI robot. Okay, never ever be never, you can say never compare yourself, by the way, with AI robots. Okay, so you're human, you have a different thinking style. Okay, always be in your original shape. So we have this is one of the example that you can see over here. This is how the smart home devices are. They have they have complete solar panel system. You can see those are IoT devices. You can have those IoT sensor chips over there. And obviously you'll have the Wi-Fi. You can easily connect those devices to your Wi-Fi, and you can easily manage those devices through your cell phone. Okay, this is how it works. This is how the hierarchy works. Okay, the environmental, I can say the air conditioner can be controlled by IoT devices. Even the water pumps that you're having for the grasses outside your home, so you can even control those to turn on and turn off on specific timing. So you have super cool things in the IT. Okay, just have to know how to figure it out, how to configure, and how to troubleshoot those things. Okay, these are one of the example of cameras. You can just obviously direct go to your CCTV cameras of your home if you've installed. Your lights are here. This is your movie, obviously. So what does this means? Obviously, it's a treadmill. Okay, we have the lock system at your home. You also have um, the uh, the you can say the locker system also. Obviously, the alarm system is also over there. The air conditioner is over here. I don't know what this is. Most probably it will be the TV, right? I hope it is. So you can have those all devices, those all gadgets, those your daily day-to-day, you can say routine devices. You can make that. You can have those as an IoT devices, Internet of Things. So they'll be connected to your IoT, and obviously you'll have to configure on the first time. You have to assign the IP addresses. You have to connect those to the internet, and this is how you control that. Okay, how cool is that? Maybe you can see a microwave oven over here, if I'm not wrong. So if you're in office, or you're just outside your home, you can just configure. You can say make you can just put the dishes, and you can turn on your own, by the way, through internet. Okay, how cool is that? You're just walking in the park, and you're just voice commanding, or just turning on your microwave oven at your home. You are in super another level. Okay, this is how an IoT devices can do. Okay, so this is an idea how you can actually how you can automate the process, makes the thing more simple, more easier for you. You can see all those. You can say the map, how you can see the surveillance of your home, of your cameras. These are all IoT devices. Okay, you can see the temperature of your room. By the way, we have 12 centigrade over here, right? So you can see overall. I can say temperature of your room, of your house, through via internet, and you can configure that, by the way, and you can modify that. That's the good thing. Okay, and obviously the music you're having it, you can do that as well. And these days, people in early 90s were saying that, okay, the computer has came, and the human will just lost all the jobs. But in fact, if you compare that, they have created more jobs, right? So the same is the case with the AI, artificial intelligence, that people say, they have just come up with the Internet of Things, these AI things. I think I just lost my job. So what you have to do is you just have to modify. You have to change this your mind state. Okay, you just have to jump onto this another train, and you have to learn these things. Maybe this new skill, you can just jump onto AI things. Okay, this is how you adjust yourself, and obviously it would create more things. Okay, so normally all those things they generate jobs, by the way, if they are used for their full potential and all this stuff. Okay, you have obviously the smart car feature of Internet Things. They can screen they can watch your skin obviously and see, hey, you actually need now, okay, if it is like 0.5%, okay, if it's like too much dusty and all the stuff. So you can monitor that. You can monitor the oil status of your car. You can have the gas, obviously, and the battery life as well. So they are super cool feature these days coming out. So you have to be aware of that, and you should be able to have a user-friendly kind of environment. Because never ever run away from the latest technologies. Okay, just figure it out. As I always say, you don't have to fight with technology. Just understand the technology. Okay, the more you take it easy, the more you will just you can say uh, it will be easier for you. Okay, don't say, oh my goodness, I don't know smart car feature, how would I use that, how would I check the oil status of my car, the gas and the batteries and all the stuff. This is how it comes, okay? You'll be super friendly with another use, with the second attempt, with the third attempt that you have just installed on your cell phone. So this will actually go with you, and it will help you out, by the way, okay? So we have a small, obviously these days, those smart screens on our cars, so you can easily you can also modify those. They have super great features with the GPS, with all those directions, with all overview of your car, so they can guide you more better. And obviously, there are a lot of IoT devices, built-in IoT devices that are installed in the car that are showing you such features. Okay, such convenience for you. You can say that things are super smart for you now. So even if these days, if you can just give a touch screen to any, you can say kid, he's super comfortable with it. Okay, the idea is this is how the technology has evolved your mind. The same you also have to convert yourself accordingly. Okay. Um, I don't know what this is, but what it seems is actually that maybe we have a sport car and we can adjust all the stuff through the IoT devices. I hope it's right, right? I don't see, you can say they have our own, like, can say the roof is actually like super great, and you can modify the things. You can have a really great sunshine over here if I'm not okay. Okay. Yeah, obviously. Thank you so much, Mr. 59. Maybe it's a self-driving car. You're referring to Tesla, right? So it may be obviously, since we don't see any drivers. Thank you so much for the guess, by the way. Okay, so it's self-driving car, and they're giving a lot of features. You can say eat your French fries at the back of the seat and say, hey, just drive. Okay, I don't know, I'm super tired and I just need, you can say, a small nap until I reach the destination. But never ever do that, by the way. You have to be super alert. Okay, we have seen some it's not that much, you can say, mature these days. Those firmwares, those you can say self-driven cars, you still have to look up to those things. And they'll be like keep improving. Okay, so as we say, if there's new technology, you have to be aware of it, and you also have to be, you can say, super updated of that of those technologies. Okay, very important. Okay, we have those you can say those health monitoring systems, super great, and Internet of Things in healthcare system. They have actually, obviously, have changed the way of thinking. Okay, this is how, like, you can easily see a patient's blood pressure, you can say heart rate, hydration, sleep, prescriptions, meal, diet, and all the stuff. So it is super great that the health system is like one of the best beneficiary of IoT devices. Okay, that that's one thing for sure. A lot of like patients, they have been like, they're super monitored, and by the way, they have those notifications, you can say alerts. You can easily say, hey, for example, if this patient blood BP is like it's above 10, like 95, so you just have to alert me. Okay, so how great is that? So before it go to worse, they just set a kind of, like, you can say, a medium kind of limit over there, so they're alerted, and they easily control the situation, right? So obviously it goes for all of the domains, and the Internet of Things has changed the perspective we were looking to the health system. Okay, so you can see the potential. Okay, if a hospital is actually using these kind of devices, so obviously they would need you. Okay, they would need the IT professional to troubleshoot those things, to make it like a quick training for all the staff, for the non-technical staff. So you'll say, "Oh my goodness, I have never ever used myself, so how would I train other people?" You will never do that, okay? It will just come to you, and you just need a 2 hour or 3 hour, you can say, a quick guide, and you just have to go for it, okay? This is how it is done. You will never ever receive a good amount of time in IT. Remember that. You will never see that, okay? You just have to do things like on the super emergency basis, okay? People may think, oh my goodness, am I running like the entire world? So things are super great, like they're going in super fast speed. This is how it's done. So remember always, these are the potential, okay? These are the potentials, like you have to understand, okay? You can easily like see those devices on the YouTube, on their website. They have a lot of vendors of those IoT devices. You can just search top 5 IoT devices vendor, and you can search for these health devices, for example, like those other devices, and you can figure out the basic configuration. You can easily figure out, okay? And you just go for that. This is how an opportunity actually knocks your door. So if you're like more great enough, if you do like you can say more certifications, you're upgraded. You will get obviously more pay, and this is how you'll just keep updating yourself. In IT, you will never ever sit like in the corner room. Okay, you'll always be the front page in IT. Okay, you'll communicate even. The generator also will configure his or her cell phone. You'll just communicate the CEO also. You'll also communicate the higher management, the middle management, the lower management. So you are like you can say or what can I you can say compare to someone who is like communicating with everybody. Okay, you're just like in reception. Okay, but you're like smart enough obviously, and you're the technical person, so you gain more respect. By the way, this is how it's done. As per my international exposure, my experiences, I have been contacting, like everybody's like contacting me, and I am and vice versa, like each and every personnel. Okay, if they're like drivers, if they're like senior management, if they're like CEO, the CFO series, you can say the middle management, the managers, the assistants, obviously, and the lower staff, all are approaching me. So how great is that? What you can say, how great an exposure you can get. You have to train all those individuals. Okay, you have to be like super great in patience. By the way, okay. Normally, IT people are like they are super angry type of people, but you have to make things interesting. Okay, you know what I mean. Okay, else you'll just get super frustrated, okay, with the queries that are coming. Maybe you can receive a query, oh my goodness, what are you doing, in the IT department? You cannot even turn on my cell phone. So even if you look, that is not even your duty to turn off, or to, you can say, see the cell phone status or the tablets or the laptop. You can like make that to the repair shop and all that stuff. But in IT, you'll see like crazy questions, super crazy. Okay, like you'll say, my goodness, am I an electrician, or am I just a technical individual? As my like one of my most senior manager always said to me that, hey Nazar, do you know everything that passes through current, okay, that electricity is like passed over, it is an IT domain. So he was correct, right? If I see these days, lights are like IoT devices, fans are IoT devices. They're like connected with the internet. They have an IP address. You have to troubleshoot that. So it means that everything you have to be like a little half electrician also, just getting an idea, okay? So you will be, you can say, the superman of your company. Always try to be CompTIA certified or Microsoft certified. You have to grab those digital badges as soon as possible, okay? We have an entire homes, like they are totally like automated by Internet of Things. Entire cars, obviously, these days we have like even another level of that. And we also have obviously the emergency services, like for example, there are countries that like they have different kind of emergencies. Some countries like may face floods, okay? So the weather system is like super automated. What the country's administrations have done, they have put it those small IoT devices on, you can say, in the center or maybe in the middle of the rivers and all those bank areas. So whenever just waves come up or there is kind of alarm for them, for tsunamis and all this stuff, so they get the notification, okay, and they obviously they notify that nearby people, and they're like they are aware of the consequences, okay. So this is like super great thing for the weather side, for the medical, I can say, emergencies. We have to check out the patient heart rate, BP, you can say diet, and the list goes on, okay. So all these emergency services are covered also by Internet of Things. So these are the Internet of Things, those smart devices that help you out a lot, okay. Always search for that. So let's just move on to one of our Mr. Alkin, do we have any Kahoot for today? Just go for lecture over there. This is
Hello. Yes, we do. Maybe after the next presentation, so they would be able to
yeah,
answer it.
that would be great enough. So
Okay.
obviously we'll be just expecting that Kahoot also. This is one of the important things that I was describing regarding the network troubleshooting tactics, okay? One of the most important one. And normally it may looks like super simple, and it is super simple, by the way, but sometimes when you underestimate those fundamental things, they actually catch you out, okay, in the issues and all the stuff. So like whenever you see any device, any computer, that they may say, hey, do you know I cannot access my internet, there are a lot of things going on, I don't know what my computer has, you can say, what has happened to the laptop, I think I have to break my laptop. And they'll just tell you some very sad story, by the way, okay, and you'll say, oh my goodness, should I cry now or should I fix the problem? So you'll see those sad stories in your IT career for a very long time, but you have to make yourself super chilled, okay? That's one of the best strategy that I have learned from my experiences from more than like 13 to 15 years, okay? You do not have to transfer other people's stress into yourself, okay? That's where you get actually tangled, and that's actually what you get like the things get messy, okay? Never ever, even if you look to the IT domain, it's more like, you can say, psychological job than technical wise, okay? You have to control your psychology, you have to control your mindset, you have to ensure that you're in a very calm state, in super great state. So whenever you see those things, like the laptop is not connected and their user are like asking to troubleshoot that, to figure out what the issue is, you just have to, as we mentioned in our very like last lectures also, the first thing is you have to check out the internet connectivity, okay? One of the super like first thing, okay? And how can we do that? We can easily ping, okay? Ping our good old friend, remember? we were pinging those things. Let me just share. You have to write CMD in the bottom left corner of your Windows, and this great friend that you're having, it will show up. You just have to ping PING, okay? Ping is your good old friend, remember, okay? It will help you in a very long time, and you just have to type google.com -T for trace. So if you receive such kind of replies, okay, if you receive such kind of replies, it means you are totally great enough, okay? You are having your internet connection on that laptop, on that desktop, so you are totally great enough, okay? This user doesn't have any network issues, okay? If you're seeing such kind of responses from Google, there may be a problem, like it may be within the Windows, so you can just reconfigure the network drives. You can check out, hey, what do you want? They'll say, okay, I want to access some website that's not accessing, and you'll tell them if YouTube is accessing, if you have like access to other website, if you have response from Google or maybe from other platforms. So it means that that website may be under maintenance, that may be under updates, or there's something wrong with that website. So you don't have any issue with our end, like you are presenting IT in that organization. So you have to ensure that you are totally fine enough from your side, okay? So remember ping, okay? Ping is one of your best friend, okay? PING, okay? So you just have to type, I'll just also type this link, google.com. You just have to type this in your CMD command prompt, left bottom corner. When you go to your left bottom corner, you just have to type CMD, okay, commands on the shortcut. So when you type this screen will appear that you're seeing it now. And obviously you will see all those commands. So I'm pressing I just have to make sure it is okay. I press Control C, by the way, to make it stop. Over here I have another command by the name of ipconfig, okay? ipconfig. So when I press that, it gives me a lot of options as well. Remember, you just have to type ipconfig, okay? I'll just also post this command in the chat box, so you have to write it down, okay? So this is one of the other command that we are seeing it in the command prompt. So this command prompt is like super great help, okay? You always have to make, you can say, a good kind of communication with your command prompt, okay? So we have incorrect TCP IP settings. That's where you go for the IP config is actually, it shows you all the IP addresses, okay? It shows you all the information regarding your computer IP address. For example, let me just go to my control panel over here. Just have to see, I have to share that. Right? So you just have to see the adapter settings. You always, I have to change my screen as well from these things because it doesn't show like, oh, this is the problem. You can see the adapter settings, right? You can see those settings, right? So you always have to go for the Internet Protocol version 4 as we see TCP IP. This is actually the things that provide you the internet connection, okay? For example, it should be working totally fine, okay? Over here now it is on, you can say on on automatically, and this is done through DHCP. Okay, I think we should open packet tracer for that. That will help you out more enough over here. Let me just open the packet tracer. And I have to make a very quick scenario of that. Okay, always get your hand dirty on the packet tracer. Remember, we had done this. Okay, super great enough. Very good, old friend. So these are the computers. Okay, we have these laptops also. We'll just make a very quick scenarios over here. This is the router, your home router, and you can put a switch, or I think even the router is totally fine enough. And devices, I have smartphone devices over here. These are the smartphones. Okay, so whenever you just enter to your home network, if you have noticed, okay, you get an IP address. Okay, super quickly. When you just enter, you get an IP address. So the reason it is allocated through DHCP. Okay, we call it dynamic host configuration protocol. Okay, this is protocol we have discussed about protocols, right? So the DHCP is that protocol that automatically gives you an IP address for this smartphone, an IP address. Let's suppose this IP address like 192. The class C IP address I'm putting in like 1.10. Okay, this is the IP address, okay, of one cell phone, and I just have to copy this over here and paste it over here. This may be 13, and this may be 19, something like that. The laptop may get another one. Okay, that may be 22. So it depends on the DHCP which IP address is available. Okay, so it will just give you a random available address. Okay,
just a comment. I'm curious to know how many people already downloaded this packet tracer.
packet tracer, yeah. I have shared the link, by the way. I think you should can we have done message over here in the chat box, those who have completed the installation of packet tracer?
So if you this is a software, ladies and gentlemen, it's free to use. So whatever we are doing here is not magic. It's just a software that we are just pulling, different things to show you to simulate. So if you've downloaded this packet tracer, because I have a feeling some people have not, so maybe a lot have not. If you've downloaded it, can you give us a thumbs up and say yes? So let's know. Let's gauge the room. Somebody said I did, but it was asking me for something. Okay, let's put it this way.
Yeah,
okay.
You have to sign up with your Gmail address, your Yahoo, and all that stuff. Okay, that's like you have to make kind of login or sign in. Okay, you have to do that for like the very first time. Okay, it will never ask you again. So it is just a simulation. Okay, just to learn things. Okay, in real life, it is same like you're just having real life things. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Grace. Thank you so much, everyone. Those who have completed, thank you so much. This is like super great. We will just, Stephen will just reshare the link also for all of you people, okay? So don't worry about it. And we will see, we will share those supporting material as well, how to, you can say, you'll have to use those scenarios, and you have to create these scenarios in your mind and try those in packet tracer. When you do that, this is how you learn the things, okay? You actually like do the virtualization in your mind, do you can say the ifs and don'ts. Okay, for example, if this computers get down and this is also down, so what should I do with my laptop? How can I connect with the router? How can I connect with the switch? IT is like most of the scenarios are like for assumptions, okay? When you assume the things, you think about it. Okay, if this this user is not connected, how can I reconnect? How can I troubleshoot? How can I resolve this issue? This is how it's done. Okay, this is how you get paid. Simple as that. So when you get the scenario in Packet Tracer in this simulation tool, this learning tool, this is how those bubbles in your mind actually opens. Okay. So we'll just share. By the way, so you can easily like go to netcad. Okay, this from netcad.com. You can just go over here, sign up for you with your Gmail, and netcad is actually from Cisco. It is world top, obviously, vendor. So we'll just make sure everyone gets that. Okay, netcad.com. Okay. So this is how it is done. Whenever you get an IP address for those, you can say those small, for your smartphone, when you get inside your home, your office, you just turn on your Wi-Fi and you get connected. It is actually the DHCP protocol installed within your Wi-Fi router with your access point. It depends on the environment, it depends on the installation. But the main actually character is actually done through a DHCP, okay? When it's DHCP enabled, you just turn on your cell phone and you just turn on your Wi-Fi and it is connected automatically, okay? So this is one thing, this is one of the great things that we are having, and it should always be like, you should think about, okay, if this is DHCP, what about if I disable the DHCP protocol in my Wi-Fi router? No one gets the IP address, correct? Yes, obviously, no one will get, okay? If you turn off the DHCP feature in your home router, no one will be like getting wireless connection, okay? Because they don't have the IP address. IP address is a digital representation of device, by the way, okay? So then you have the lease time over here. Let me just show you something very great enough. I hope it helps you people, okay? And we have done this the way we have already like done this in for previous lecture also. I'm just assuming to have this connected for lecture, so you can have a clear thought of your router settings and all this stuff, okay? Okay. Just a second. We have so great enough. So let me just share my screen very quickly. You can see my screen, right? So this is my, you can say my own router. I have just accessed through Google IP. I've just put the IP address of that, and I'm over here right away. Okay, these are the VLAN settings that we're having for 2G, and you can say for 2G and 5G. Remember, we discussed about 2.4 gigahertz and also for 5 gigahertz. This is SSID name, which means it is service set identifier name, the name of your Wi-Fi, okay? So I put it something super cool. It's just like INT4G, and I have enabled that. You always have to enable the SSID so it can be shown onto your cell phone, on your laptops and all that stuff, okay? I am showing you the real-time example of office router, okay? So this is like our main router. Like as I say, on this page, you can set the basic parameters of 2.4 gigahertz. When the 2.4 gigahertz wireless network is disabled, this page is blank, okay? So this is one thing for sure. So you have to enable WLAN, wireless local area network. We have discussed also about, so there are two things, okay, never get mixed on that. We had WAN, it was just WAN, wide area network, that is for internet, okay? WLAN means wireless local area network. Only LANs mean local area network. So there is just like three different terminologies just in a single kind of term, okay? just in a single kind of term, so you have to be super aware of it, okay? We have SSID name, enable SSID, a number of associated devices, 32. Broadcast SSID, you have to broadcast that. So it means that you can, this device actually support like 32 devices, okay? So it depends on devices. Some devices may support 128, other may support 500, okay? It depends on the devices, okay? So you can increase or you can decrease that. So someone will ask, why would I decrease if it is like it has the potential of 32 devices? Why would I decrease that to 8 or maybe 4? The reason behind it is the security, okay? You can have that. There are super great reasons. IT field I love about the most interesting part of the IT field is it's just super knowledgeable person. Okay, the person that's doing hard work, they get the reward. Simple as that. There is no like connection to the you can say to the political affiliations, or you can say a connection to your like a big tribe in the world, or maybe you can say all the things. It doesn't have any relation with that. Okay, it's only connected with your knowledge, with your experience. So IT says, I don't care where you come from. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what religion you have. I don't care which country you're from. What I care is I just need skills. This is one of the best things of information technology. The other fields can be adjusted like somehow they're like influenced by people, by groups, or by you can say by other parties and all this stuff. But never ever mess with the IT guys, okay? And you people are now, by the way. So you can whenever you just like, I hope you get like a great position if you just continue the momentum you're getting in. So we started with a very large number, remember? So we only have 90 dedicated personnels. These are the persons that's going to change like the perspective of their own career, okay? If they weren't, so obviously they wouldn't be attending this last sessions, or maybe the second last sessions. So that's obviously those superheroes that we're having it all. A big applause to all of you, okay, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your dedication. So you will actually see these kind of things. Okay, this is the SSID, service set identifier, we call it, or in simple layman terms, you can say Wi-Fi name. But now you are like professionals, okay? You don't have to say, hey, what is your Wi-Fi name? So you have to show off these things, okay? In IT, this is how it works. You have to say, can you tell me the SSID name? And you know, people are just shocked. My goodness, what have he or she eaten this morning? So they're just throwing me some technical terms. This is how you actually, you can say, you reflect your hard work, your dedication. That okay, I have gone through something very cool. So let me just because they had a timer over here, that's why we have to be a little more curious on that. So this is like the number of users. As we discussed, we can reduce that. If you have like you're like small family, you know about all the members. Okay, we are like, let's suppose 6 individuals, right? So why would I allow 7? Okay, let's just keep 1 for the guest if someone comes, or maybe 2 for them. Okay, so we can make it at 8. Okay, so I think 8 are more enough. You can easily like figure out, okay, who is connected now, and you can like filter out your network super enough. Okay, you can broadcast this SSID. This is how it is done. Like it will be broadcasted all across the 2.4 gigahertz. This is the authentication mode, by the way. Enable WM. There are a lot of terms that we are still searching for. So to be honest, I have no idea what actually it is, okay, about WM. But you don't actually need everything in IT, okay, you're not like the kids, you have to read all of the stuff. You just have to pick up those cream of the things that you're super like related with them, okay? So we have the authentication mode. Because every vendor and every router, they have like some features that they're different according to their like you can say vendor specific things. So it's okay. It's not like mandatory to have each and everything. You can like use each and every feature. The basic fundamental things should be always be like kept in mind. Okay. Authentication mode. Okay, how you are authenticated, how users are authenticated. Okay. Open means it will not require anything. Shared means obviously it is like through some extent you can have a shared kind of password and you can easily like connect to that. VPA pre-shared key, they have a key over here. This is actually compromised. VPA2 is compromised. VPA2 pre-shared key. This is actually something like it's great enough and always should be. Always should be like enabled. Okay, VPA Enterprise and VPA2 Enterprise. These are the versions that were actually like they are step by step going on. So like hackers or bad guys and all the stuff, they always try to make that like crackable. They can easily crack. So this is why the updates keep coming. Okay, we have the encryption mode. So all the traffic from users within your local area network with your wireless local area network, you have to use those advanced encryption standard, we call it. This is TKIP also, but both of them should always be enabled in encryption mode so that no one can like see, or you can say we call it man in the middle attack. Okay, like you're communicating with someone else and there is third person that's actually monitoring your communication, so you should always be aware of it. This is the shared key we have over here. VPA group regeneration generation level interval. So these are in seconds. So after 3,600 seconds, you'll have to regenerate that. Enable VPS wireless, and you have VPS mode also over here. This is how it's. These are the basic configuration of 2.4 gigahertz over here. Okay. So yeah, thank you so much, Angela, for like. For adding the WAM is, by the way, Wi-Fi multimedia. So that's great enough. We have a lot of features, by the way. Also the gaming side, if you go to 2.4 gigahertz over here, they have all those, you can say channel automatic. They have the channel width over here. We have discussed the channel width 20 megahertz, 40 megahertz. You have those mode over here. This is something important. You should always be aware of it. This is actually the Wi-Fi mode, okay? This is for wireless technologies. Like 80 to 11B, B series came up again with the very initial stage, then the G came, then the N came, and obviously we also even have these days AC also, okay? So an access point in the latitude, you can say even AC, and after that, even we have like the things coming on. These are the threshold of beacon time period over here. DTIM period also, we have the beacon period, RTS threshold, fragmentation threshold. Normally those are the things, like most of them are like related with the vendor side. So do you know, whenever you just call up for the ISP, so actually those are the things that the ISP provider actually fix out and they look after that. So the basic things should always be remember that you should know about it. Okay, so if you go over here, let me just go through the Wi-Fi coverage management. Enable Wi-Fi coverage management effect after the ONT reset. So these are the parameters. Obviously, you can see that you have the 5G, fifth generation. You can see all those credentials, all those in authentication and encryption mode. So select the policy synchronized Wi-Fi, this. You can also always select those features as well. External AP list, also the external AP list, you can say you can have a specific device over there. Access point, you can put out those details, device models, your number, status, online duration, configuration status, and obviously it will appear that. So these are some like some of the features of any router. Okay, by the way, they are all same enough. As we say, they are all same enough. Okay, the vendor may be changed, so maybe the system management can like come up over here, the 2.4 gigahertz will come up into the down, but all are the same. Okay, remember it. Okay, just keep it in your permanent memory. Okay, do not throw away this this thing that you should always you shouldn't be like getting this and repeating again. All these IT equipments are like, you can say, vendor specific. Okay, some vendors like kind of like this interface, some vendor actually like have another interface, but those common things: 2.4 gigahertz basic configuration, advanced network settings, 2.5 network settings, those are all same. Okay, okay, be like super big. When you like when you have, you can say, when you clear off your mind like that, you can easily configure any vendor device. Okay, you have the account management, obviously. The security is also over here. This is one of the best thing you can see in Mac. Address filtering, if you go to your cell phone, you can at the very bottom about phone, you can see, you can find out your MAC address. Okay, a MAC address is a unique address for of any device. Okay, so there are no two MAC SAM addresses in the world, remember that. So it is totally unique, and you can say blacklist and whitelist those devices. You can easily like add those, enable MAC filter over here. Make sure you have get like a click on that, and you can just go for a new device over here. Just select the device name. It's just let's just make some one. Okay, let's like make it Sam iPhone. Okay, Sam, my friend, you're just like blocking your iPhone. Okay, so you just have to put uh, the MAC address of cell phone. This is how it looks like. Okay, so even you can just copy that, and you can just obviously paste that as well over here. And over here, you just have to select that. When you make that apply, it will appear over here. Okay, and if you apply that, this is how it's done. Okay, super simple. Okay, so this is one of the reason you can obviously, if you have like if you have sought out your issues with a Sam, and they say, okay, Sam, I can just unblock your phone for today. Make sure you just be curious and don't ever look back to any IT individual. Okay, so okay, we'll just delete that. We can do that. It's just a joke, by the way. You can also just have you can just have a whitelist also over here. You can just list all those devices. Okay, just allow these 6 devices. All other devices are blocked. So this is also one of your strategy. One of your strategy in Mac filtering. Okay. IPv4 filtering. Maybe you can say, hey, this I don't want through. I want through IP address filtering. So you can easily also have a rule name, and you can say, okay, this is IPB. It means IP block. And these are all protocols. You can have those TCP UDP protocol, TCP UDP protocol. You have Internet Control Message Protocol, ICMP ping command, and all this stuff. You can select the IP address over here, and you can say these are the listed devices that I'm having it, and you can easily like block one of them. Okay, great enough. So we have done the MAC filtering, we have done the IP filtering, we have done the Wi-Fi filtering. Okay, how cool is that? So you're having a great kind of, you can say, options over here. You can easily like go to the new, and you can select the device name over here. You see those devices. So let's suppose you just select any of these devices, this device name, this is device MAC address, and you just apply that, and that's gone. Okay, and you just have to click apply, and that individual will just say, my goodness, what is done with my cell phone? He or she has to change the cell phone so they can access the network. This is the power of IT. Okay, so you have to be, you're like super great magicians, by the way. So apply it to all devices. You can see those parental control. On this page, you can set internet access restrictions to allow your kids to use internet safely without direct supervision. So you cannot set like in front of your kid for like for 10 hours a day? Can you? I don't think so. By the way, like as per experience, you cannot even sit like for 5 to 10 minutes. So 10 hours, like more than it's more than you cannot even imagine. Okay, how they will shout, how they disturb you, how they like make the things wrong. So there are a lot of things going on, right? So what you can do is you have to avoid direct supervision. You should always supervise, that's for sure. But the direct supervision is like also done through you can avoid those through parental control feature in the Wi-Fi devices. You can have select. You can have those two templates also, by the way. You can have the templates and you can set those rules over here. Okay, you see that template? You see, and you can set allow network surfing period. Okay, it means that through this period of time, let's just make that okay in working. You can select though that through start time. You can say okay till 11, okay, and end time should be 12. So I'm just making like kind of it's just 1 hour, okay. Or you can just easily check on the whole day over here. How cool is that? But that's not, you can say whole days to it would be a very bad idea, by the way. You can have a specific time, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, 7 hours, that's up to you. So you have to put those timing. Let's suppose we put like from 10 till till 1 o'clock, right? So you can have that on Sunday, you can have that on Friday and Saturday. Okay, you can select that and you can apply like every week and all this stuff. And you can see, you can just apply that and you'll see all those things. And by the way, you can also see the statistics of those things. Okay, so precise device access control. This is one thing, like how people access this device. By the way, we'll just come to that later on. So forwarding routes, IP like port triggers we do for gaming and all the stuff. You may know like a specific like port number. When you just put that, let's suppose for example like 88 is one of the port number, and you can just say that 81. It's just used for the gaming purposes, like for sometime for online streaming. So we have a lot of applications, by the way. You can use that and you can say, hey, I know this port number. You can easily like configure those. Okay, these are port like triggers, port mapping also, and applications we have. They are specific FTP client configuration. We call it file transfer protocol. Okay, so these are some like more advanced kind of things. So we'll just look into that later on. We have the DTNS function also, dynamic DNS service. You must apply for domain name for dynamic domain name system. So things are like more kind of, you can say, in advance over here. So just want to be a little, you can say, simpler. And this is one of like, you can say, this is one of the basic router. Okay, a basic office router configuration. Okay, it is super great enough now. You can easily like have an idea of a real-time router. Okay, a real-time router. Always remember to change the SSID, not Wi-Fi name, SSID, and always do the Wi-Fi, the SSID, the Wi-Fi security settings. It should always be to the latest one. Always ensure that you change your Wi-Fi password after every 30 days. It doesn't matter if it is late or if it is cracked and all the stuff. You have to change that. Okay, you never know the bad days. Okay, it is applied for all your essential accounts as well. Okay, for your personal email, that is totally synchronized. So you should always change that to make that super strong. We have like already like seen those those password strengths by special characters, by making the password super strong. How can we monitor that? How can we use the pass phrases? Okay. So this is one of the scenarios that we were having it, and this is how you connect it to your home router or your office router. You can easily like troubleshoot now. You can easily understand the architecture of your network. Okay, that's one of the most important thing. So if tomorrow someone asks you that, can you draw a diagram for my organization, for my supermarket and all this stuff, you will have to say yes now. Okay, you are professionals now. You have completed a kind of like super great, I can say, crash course for the fundamentals foundation. And as we always say, you have to get the CompTIA certification. Okay, you have to be digitally certified. That's why whenever you go for the interview, the first question they'll ask you, what certifications do you have? And if you say that, oh, do you know, I have a great kind of experience in Michael Jackson dances moves, okay? So they'll say, normally we don't need that for now, but we just need an ID certification. So that's why in order to compete, in order to make you like different from others, make yourself as an exception from others, okay? Not irregular. So when you make that, this is how you go to the next level. This is how you proceed. This is actually kind of, oh, okay, this individual, this lady is having like 3 more certifications from CompTIA. That's great enough. So obviously they'll just say if a CompTIA is certified, they know the standard of CompTIA. They'll ask you a lot of great questions in CompTIA certification, believe me. They'll ask technical questions, and if you'll be like totally comfortable with that answer because you have done so many practical scenarios. You have the idea of it. Okay, you're not like super bookish person or and all that stuff. So whenever you go for the IT interview, the first thing, as I repeat, is going to be what are your digital certification. Okay, always stick to that to be certified from the CompTIA. In this network, obviously, you can easily have a blueprint for your network. You can assume that I have made such kind of network for your supermarket, and this is my suggestions. This is how it will cost, and this is my like consultancy fees and all the stuff. This is how it's done. Okay, it is super simple. This is how you do the things in IT. Okay, you never ever get the things free for others. Okay, and one smart question, like it was asked in most of the United States, the European countries, the all of those nations. So like they ask the questions that what job do you do. They never reveal that I'm doing the IT job. The reason behind it was that when they were asked, why are you not like saying to all of you, let's say that whenever we say that, they get free IT support from us, especially our relatives and our neighbors and all that stuff. So IT is not a free kind of domain where you have done your hard work, you have to cash that out, you have to make the things running, okay? And this is how it is done in the information technology field, okay, in the IT. So this is an idea. This is how a DHCP, as we discussed, a DHCP, dynamic host configuration protocol, works. You know about WLAN, wireless local area network. That's totally done through your home router. You know about local area network. That is obviously through your wide network. And you know about WAN, wide area network, that's connected from this one router to another router and through the internet, through the cloud and all this stuff. So we have like wide and wireless network, okay? Always be like sure of those terminologies and all this stuff, okay? We also have some access point. We know about access point. Always get internet from the router or the switch. because obviously the switch will be like connected to the router. So it's either way, both are working fine. Okay. So we have the AP, also the access point, and the router is that's the main, you can say, the router is actually the king of your network. Okay, it provides you the internet. So all of those things are like done through the router. After all, you can put a firewall over here. There are software-based firewall, there are hardware-based firewall. So we call it like next generation firewalls. We have like those latest firewalls. They're also like built in for multi-purposes. They can also manage your network. They can also detect your DDoS attacks, denial of services attack. They can also you can also configure that devices. You can also configure those firewall devices in larger network. So those advanced things will obviously be covered in the CompTIA security plus certification. I hope you'll be just we'll be just starting that module very soon. Also, you will be notified, by the way, those who are interested in security perspective. So obviously you will be also starting that as well. So these are the layers that you're having it. Okay, like for example, the first layer may be your first firewall. Okay, the next one maybe it's done for your spam emails, for your like filtering out your communication. So there are networks that they do multiple layers of security for your network. So that's one thing super great enough. You should always remember those things, that in network you have a variety of IT devices, and most of them are like cloud based. So these days it is super smart enough. Okay, it is very essential that you should know about the cloud perspective, as we discussed about AWS from Amazon, Microsoft Azure, that is from obviously from Microsoft, one of the most like demandable cloud. We have Google GCP, Google Cloud Platform. We have Alibaba.com from Alibaba. We have Oracle Cloud, Juniper Cloud. So these are some big joints, even Cisco Cloud. So these are some big joints that when you go for the system engineering like post, you go for the cloud architecture, cloud administrator, you can say the cloud analyst. So all those jobs are related to those certification. And obviously we have the cyber related field of all those cloud based. Okay, you're just sitting home and you're just monitoring an entire complete huge network wherever it is. It may be in Canada, it may be in the US, it may be in the UK, it may be in any part of the world. These days, they just have to give you the admin user and password, and you are like totally great enough. You have to do all the stuff by your own. So when you do those certification, those training things, you can easily configure, you can easily put the rules, policies, you can block, by the way, the MAC addresses, the cell phones of any organizations. You can define the policies for them. So this is how you you make yourself great enough. You make valuable yourself for them. Okay, and you can do these all things remotely. By the way, it doesn't. They will never ever tell you, hey, you just have to come up over here if your physical existence is required. In IT, it doesn't matter. Okay, if you're like in you can say you're just enjoying in Mount Everest. Okay, the hiking, you can say you're just enjoying your hiking Mount Everest, and you have the internet, you are totally cool in. Okay, so in IT, internet is your oxygen. Okay, remember that. You have the internet, you have the oxygen, you can do whatever you want. Now, these all 4 weeks you have spent with having this great session, people have spent attending parties. People have spent with their families. People have spent. So you have spent on your future. That's the best thing you're having it. So we have one question like for the CompTIA certificate. Do you know if we have to use this copy tracer. No, this is a simulation software, so I don't think for the CompTIA certificate they will never ever ask you about the simulation thing. They'll provide you like pictures, a kind of like practical things. We'll discuss that tomorrow, and it will be obviously an exam. So we'll just surf that tomorrow, and we'll be having a great view of that. We'll be having real-time questions.
And as I'm ready for the Kahoot when you if you want me
Yeah,
to.
yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Akin, for informing. So we're just making it quick enough to wind up all the things. So so these CompTIA things, the certification, as we said, we'll be having real-time questions, how things are coming, how can we answer those questions. So thank you so much, everyone. We'll be having a very quick Kahoot over here, and we'll be just jumping on to our here, and obviously we'll just wind up after this.
Thank you so much, Nazar.
Over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And everybody, I just shared the Kahoot information. The pin is 6486952. And don't sweat it. Some of the questions, will be things that will stimulate your brain a little bit. So I want us to get to it real quick. And this one is going to be a little bit, about a couple of questions. So let's keep it as quick as possible so that, but we have 20 something minutes, so we should be fine. It might take us 10 minutes to do it, so don't worry. So we have Team Panda. Let's see those that like Panda Express. Team Cat. Meow. Team Zombie. All right. The zombie folks, let's see what you got. Some of you are running from those names, huh? Oh, boy, I don't want to be a zombie. Oh, I can see Team Lion now. Team Cat. Team. Okay, that is good. So we have it as Team Lion. Okay. We have, okay, you know what? Let's change this to, instead of Team Cat, let's call you Team Scorpion.
Yeah, maybe we can make it like Team Tiger. That would be like
Okay,
more
Team
relevant
Tiger,
to.
let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. So we have Team Panda, Team Tiger, Team Lion. Okay, let's call you guys the Panda. Let's call you guys Team Jaguar.
So that this Team Tiger, I didn't see like blue kind of tiger. Is it like a new kind of breed, or I can just assume that it's just a new breed? Okay, that's okay.
It's a different breed. All right.
Yeah. Okay, great enough. Thank you so much, everyone. So just please be, you can see you can join any of those team,
The groups,
and
yeah.
just have the game pin over here 6486952, or you can just scan the barcode over here, and you can just type and jump into any of the
And folks,
any of.
remember, just have fun with it. Make sure you join the game. If you don't know how to use Kahoot, it's not a big deal. Just go to kahoot.it, kahoot.it, and I just typed it there. So you can use your browser, you can use anything to be part of it. And I thank you, Reality. Thank you, Val. Thank you, Pastor T, Sharetta. Thank you, Blan, Powell, Yeti, Shan, Tautevik. Thank you, Ola. Thank you, DB. Thank you, Tokes. Good job. Jaguar. All right. Atiwat, Muyoyo, Irene, Angel, Yomi, JD, Willard, AJ, Larry Love, Julius Ade. Excellent, folks. All right, let's get started and just have fun, folks. Just let's enjoy this together. Toggle your brain a little bit. Let's see. All right. So, 3, 2, 1. It's just 20 seconds for each one, but let's just, you know, all right. The Internet of Things describes the network of everyday devices that communicate with the Internet, true or false.
And you should be able to answer this as quick as possible. This is super great, super simple. Okay, Internet of Things IoT devices describes the network of everyday devices that communicate with Internet. Everyday devices. You already have the answer of it. Okay, so they are like super great. You just have to, I think you should be able to, you'll be super comfortable regarding the answer of this.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. So let's see how things are going. Oh,
all right.
great. So the blue tiger is on the top, okay? Yeah, over here we have digital assistant make tasks easier by allowing voice control, okay? Is it true or is it false? If I ask this question these days from like very basic one, I think they are also using those series and all the stuff, okay? So you should be able to answer this as accurately. Your team is just going, you have to lift that, okay? Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so we have a great upset over here. We have a network cable that provides connectivity between network devices. Does the network cable provides connectivity between network devices? So you just have to answer that. Network cable provides connectivity between network devices. So much. That's great enough. This is how things are going, like the positive approach that people like. Coaxial cable transmits data through electrical signals. Remember the old coaxial cable we had? We had discussed about coaxial cable. Coaxial cable transmits data through electrical signals. True or false? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the response. We are having it over here. Twisted pair cable uses light pulses to transmit data. Remember, we twisted pair are those Cat6 cables that we had, Cat7 cables we had. Those are twisted pairs. We had 7, like you can say 4 twisted pairs, okay? Twisted pair cable uses light pulses, okay? Remember, light pulses is only used in which cable? You should be able to answer this, okay? Light pulses are this also. Great, it's false, okay? Light pulses are only used in fiber optics, remember? It's not used in twisted pair. We have copper used in twisted pair, just for your information, that's okay. Electromagnetic interference is created when an electrical current passes through a copper wire. Electromagnetic interference is created when an electrical current passes through a copper wire. Is it correct? We have also discussed about this. We have a small plastic inside those copper wires that was used for electromagnetic interferences. Thank you so much. It is true. Yeah. So we're having a great time, by the way, over here. All things are like ups and down. Groups are going up and down. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Twisted pair category defines the transmission specification of a cable. Twisted pair category defines the transmission specification of cable. I think you should be able to see the question. Everyone is saying it. So if you can just refresh your screen, it would be great enough. Twisted pair category. Okay. Thank you so much. So Jaguar is like in a super great mood today. Fiber optic cable uses light pulses. So I've already answered this, by the way, but it's okay. You can have a bonus question. So does fiber optic cable use light pulses to transmit data? It is just a single
Somebody
click.
said they
Okay.
can't see the question. I think you should be able to see it, but let me stop and share again. But let me
Yeah,
be
I think.
sure. Can you see the question?
We are like totally everyone is like fine enough.
Oh, okay, then that's sorry. Check your system. Everybody else can see it.
Okay, RJ11 interface is used to connect a plain old telephone line. We had discussed about RJ45. We have discussed about RJ11. So I think you should get a clue here. RJ45 for the internet connectors, and you can have an idea of it.
And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, some of the questions, yeah, maybe we've not covered some things, but it's just to kind of give you some guidance on things to kind of think about. We're talking about cabling, fiber optics. For all of you using internet, I can talk about North America for sure. Most of your internet, they use fiber optics, okay? So it's just the speed of light, as simple as that, right? So, excuse me. RJ45 interface is narrower than RJ11 connectors, true or false? And these are just cabling types, right? The way the connectors are. So,
RJ45 interface is narrower, okay, than RJ11 connectors. So I think if someone has seen those internet cable, they can compare that internet connector, those Ethernet connector, we call it, with the RJ11 connector. It is, by the way, it's not narrow, okay? RJ11 is
all right.
super narrow because
I
it's
like
plug-in
this.
totality.
On this one, there's no winner. It's just twisting. Jaguar on top,
Yeah,
tiger. It's
yeah,
amazing.
they're not maintaining that position, okay? So that's a good thing for them.
Ethernet conforms to 802.3 protocols, true or false?
Ethernet conforms to the 8023 protocols. We had discussed also about the Wi-Fi protocol, 802.11, so you should also be aware of that. It is 802.11 for Wi-Fi, so is it correct for Ethernet 802.3? You should be able to search out. Those are some super essential, like you should be able to, you should be always aware of it, by the way. The router is like one of our good old friends. We just had a great scenario of that. Router moves the traffic between two different IP networks. Two different. I am focusing on things. You have to pick up something in the question, okay? It is different over here. Two different IP networks. Great enough. So, switch moves traffic within an IP network. Is it true or false? Switch moves traffic within an IP network.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being part of. These are like kind of like a revision for all of you people. Okay, that's a great thing. IEEE 802 standards deal with the data transfer in lanes. We had discussed a lot of standards on IEEE 802 series, okay? So what you can do is you just have to remember some of the essential, not all of them, some of the essential 802 protocols, okay? Like Wi-Fi, like Ethernet, like data transfer lines, like those other protocols that are day-to-day use, okay? You should be like able to answer those. You should be able to know about the standards.
Excellent.
Okay, great enough. Thank you so much for that's great. Team Long is just at the very top. So Team Jaguar, you just have to pull the things up, okay? IEEE 802.11 standards deal with the data transfer in wireless networks. Is it true or is it false? IEEE 802.11, okay? Standards deal with the data transfer in wireless networks. Thank you so much. Thank you for the answer. You just have to ensure that you know those protocols, okay? Those are super, super important protocols for the wireless networks, okay? My goodness, Team Tiger is just leading the things so quickly. Thank you so much for being with us. So let's just jump out to our next question. Just have to accept so. IEEE 802.11 encryption protocol secures data in a wireless network. So I'll just give you a hint, okay? Like, for example, for Wi-Fi, it is 802.11a, okay? We have B, G, and A, C that we just covered up. So we have a lot of protocols in 802 series, okay? You have to be super aware of it, okay? It's just not a single protocol. It's for the encryption, you have another protocol for data transfer, you have another protocol for Wi-Fi, you have another protocol for Ethernet, you have another protocol. These are some important protocols you have to remember it, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for say the engagement that you're just recalling those knowledge that we have done through the process. Okay. 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 We just have a few more questions. Frequency specifies two frequencies, so it's probably the Wi-Fi frequency. Okay. I think we have a mistype over here. Wi-Fi frequency specifies two frequencies, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. Is it true or is it false? So within Wi-Fi, we have two usable frequencies. Is it true or is it false? You should be able to answer this. We have used that. Thank you so much. That one person that they have done the false, you're also great enough, okay? You have learned the thing, okay? Thank you so much for. Now this is the upset we are having it. You can see how great an upset we just saw. Team Jaguar, thank you so much for engaging. Team Tiger, you are just not leaving those top spots. You just you can say you have eaten a lot of beans today, and you say, "Oh my goodness, I'll not leave my first position." That's great enough. Okay, thank you so much. And let's just jump on to our next question. We just have 3 to 4 more. Attenuation, okay? Attenuation means the signal becomes stronger with distance. This is regarding to the wireless frequencies. So there are some of the, you can say, some of the characteristics you have to know, like what is distortion, like what is attenuation, like what is parity, like what is noise, okay? So there are some of the wireless signals. You just have to like go through those terms, okay? That's great enough. Means signal is stronger with distance. You just have to search those things in terminologies to have greater knowledge there. Speed defines the specific numbers of bits per second in 802.11 protocols, okay? So there are like, how do you define MB speed of data transfer speed? Those are all like some important thing you have to know, that which protocol it's using. Speed define the specific number of bits per second, remember. Great enough. Thank you so much for being attached to such a great interactive session. Okay. We just have 3 more questions. Okay. Bluetooth creates wireless connections between 2 computers and devices. You don't know Bluetooth, okay? And Bluetooth is, by the way, the name of a Denmark king. Just for your information, so when you see Bluetooth, it's just Denmark king. That's great. You just have to search and you have to see the story behind it. Okay. Okay, great enough. Bluetooth creates wireless connection between computers and devices. We know about Bluetooth is a PAN network. Okay, we call it personal area network. Okay. We have LAN network, we have PAN networks, then we have PAN networks. Wi-Fi uses radio signals to connect devices to an access point, okay? So Wi-Fi uses radio signals to connect devices to an access point. Now this question is somehow, you can jump on to the both sides. This is one of the, you can say, it's just a bonus questions for people. It can also be a false, and it can also be true. So both are like correct, okay? The reason behind it is like you can also connect wirelessly, you can also connect through wide, okay? That's one of the reasons. Thank you so much for being with us. So Team Lauren is just touching the things and making sure that Ping is used to determine if an IP address is accessible. Is it correct? Your good old friend ping? Ping is used to determine if an IP address is accessible. So I think we have tried that several times even in our today lecture. So I think you should be able to answer this question very, very easily. Okay. Great
Excellent.
enough. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your okay. Okay, this is how things make
Final
our super
question.
interesting. Trace route. Trace route shows the exact path a packet takes between two hosts on different networks. So this is one of the command we just didn't try that. You can just try this trace route, trace it for trace it in your CMD. The same it is. It will show you all the path. It's just a simple command like just you're just pinging. So we just have to write trace it. Okay.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Thank you, everyone. That's great enough. Let's see the
Okay.
winners. Okay, Team Jaguar, you are like super great enough. Okay, we have Team Lion in the second. Team Tiger is not leaving at
All
all. It's just on
right.
the spot.
Excellent job.
Thank you so much, Team
Excellent
Tiger.
job.
Thank you so much for the interaction. It's just a refresh that you have created. It's just a refresh. You've just refreshed all of your knowledge. How great was that?
That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. As always, we try to stick with time. Let's give it up as always for Naza again. Thank you, Naza. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
thank you,
everyone.
thank you. All
I
right,
hope they
folks.
enjoy today's it was super great.
Yeah,
I hope they have gotten something more knowledgeable, something more practical. These are the things obviously you will learn. Believe me, and not all people they show this kind of things or they want to teach you the real time of IT. So it's more than like a practical skill than bookish. You can read the books, by the way, okay? And Mr. Akin will obviously provide those. He may even have provided already that. But those practical skills, they're not going to be shared. That's one thing for sure. So
yeah.
it's just a kind of, you can say, it's just our courtesy that we are providing to you people. And please have a respect of those skills. Have, you can say, be pride of those skills and always continue the level you're having it and make sure you're like always in the learning process. Okay, so thank you
Thank you.
everyone and over to you, Mr.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Naza. As always, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And everybody, thanks for making it. As always, tomorrow is the final day for this program. Like we said earlier on, there are more programs coming. Just keep learning. Next week, we have a flagship program, Cyber GRC is non-technical. That is a different program entirely. Now, if you're in the CompTIA program, definitely, we can we sneak in a discount for those people in this program if they want to be part of it, but just let us know ahead of time. But this is great, folks. And believe it or not, 2 months of your life from today, you'll be surprised if you put the work and consistently keep learning. You'll be surprised how much you can build a skill in technology. You'll look back in the next 3 months and be surprised that, wow, you can now start applying for certain roles that you could not apply for in the past. So I think that's a huge deal. So hang in there, just keep burning the candle, keep putting the work because it's a transition. Don't be crazily hard on yourself because think about it. It's like somebody, starting a path. The first couple of steps will be struggle, and that is natural. You are not abnormal. Don't talk yourself out of things. Don't think, oh, I'm not smart. It's not for me. I'm too old. I'm rusty. It's a long time I went to school. Those are, we don't take excuses here, okay? We have a mantra here excuses devalues you. Don't diminish your value. So just execute, keep showing up, execute, put the work, the layers, step by step, and over time, good things always happen. I wish you Godspeed. Let's go, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nazar.